أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نحمدك اللهم يا من نور قلوبنا بأنوار المحبة العلوية، وأكمل لنا ديننا بالولاية المرتضوية، وتم نعمته علينا بالهداية الحيدرية. ونصلي ونسلم على الخاتم لما سبق والفاتح لمن غلق، والمعلن الحق بالحق، والدافع جيشات الأباطيل، والدامي سولات الأضاليل، حبيبك وحبيبنا أبي القاسم محمد، وعلى آل بيت الأطيبين، ولا سيما النور على النور في طخياء الديجور، والإمام المنصور، والسراج المستور، مهدي هذه الأمة وخاتم الأئمة، إمام زماننا الحجة ابن الحسن العسكري، عجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة صلواتك عليه وعلى في هذه وليا أدرك في هذا عظم الله لكم الأجر، عظم الله لكم الأجر بمصيبة جدنا الحسين، آجركم الله. To pray for the hastening of the reappearance of our awaited Savior, let's recite 3 loud salawat upon Muhammad and Ali Muhammad. Respected mu'mineen, mu'minat, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tonight's a night like no other night. Tonight's a night of decision making for every single one of us, to embark on Safinatul Hussain, to be ready to be with those who were and are on the ark of salvation. the ark of Imam al-Hussain alayhi afdal as-salatu was-salam. Tonight's the night for us to make that decision, every single individual. Whether I wish to be Hussaini and remain Hussaini or not. To be and join with the one who is Sayyidi Shababi Ahlil Jannah. The one who the Holy Prophet would say, Al-Hasan wal-Hussain, my beloved Hassan and Hussain, are the leaders of the youth of paradise. And we wish to have that target aim within every single one of us, that I wish to join them and be with them in Jannah, in paradise, with the Imams. So much so that we will ask one another, how can I be Ahlul Jannah? How can I be the people of Jannah? And that's why you find the Imams would remind us, the Holy Messenger would remind us, أكثر ما تلج به أمتي إلى الجنة حسن الخلق وتقوى الله. تقوى الله وحسن الخلق. That the two most important characteristics that a true believer, that a true Hussaini needs in order to enter Jannah, paradise, are these two. Taqwa Allah, God consciousness, and husnul khulq, and to have the best of morals and akhlaq. Taqwa Allah, awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout all my life. 24/7, I'm aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I abstain from haram, and I perform those good deeds that have been ordained upon me, obligation upon me. That's why a true mu'min, a true believer, إذا أذنب, if someone's a mu'min, a believer, performed a sin, performed a mistake, performed a haram. I'm not talking about the ma'sumin, of course, who was sinless. A mu'min, if a sin occurs, كَجَبَلِ أَبِي قُبَيْسَ عَلَى صَدْرِهِ. That one sin is like a heavy mountain, the mountain of Abi Qubais on his chest. Such a difficult moment. I received a call the other day from a believer, mu'min. He said, Sayyid, I feel so upset, so upset. I said, Khair, what happened? He said, today I missed Salatul Fajr and I feel so upset about myself. And for the next few days, he was constantly in tears, saying it was such a difficult moment. He fell asleep, he was so tired, he woke up and it was qada. I said, that's a sign of your iman. That one moment of lapse, that one moment of missing an important obligation, it felt so heavy upon you. Amma al-munafiq. As for the sinner, when one sins, kadababa, it's like a fly. He just what does it do? Just moves it away from his face. It comes and goes, as if it's something minor, as if it's something not to take any care and importance about. That's why when it comes to sins, the Imam says, do not look at how minor a sin is. Rather, انظر إلى من عصيت. لا تنظر, hadith Qudsi. لا تنظر إلى صغر المعصية ولكن انظر إلى من عصيت. Don't say, oh, it's just a small sin, it's just a minor sin, it's just one sin, it's just one lie, it's just one haram, it's just this haram. No! Rather look at who you have sinned against, who you have disobeyed. And tonight's the night for me to make that decision of taqwa Allah, of being a true mu'min, staying away from sins, striving, struggling, being on the path of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain, being with Safinatul Najat. It's for me to make that decision tonight. Nights like no other night. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night to be Hussain Nabi and Zainabi. Taqwa Allah, God consciousness, to enter Jannah and be with Sayyidi Shabab Ahl al-Jannah. وحسن الخلق. This is a reminder that before anything, mu'mineen, mu'minat, our akhlaq and morals must excel in society. My akhlaq needs to be husnul khulq wherever I am. Makarimul akhlaq. I must compete with one another to excel in my akhlaq. To show that my true akhlaq is the akhlaq taught by Muhammad and Ali Muhammad salawatullah wa salamu alayhim ajma'een. The Holy Messenger himself would say, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. Verily I was sent down in order to complete and perfect mankind's morals, mankind's manners. When it comes to kindness, when it comes to generosity, when it comes to the evil akhlaq to stay away from, stinginess, greed, backbiting, all of these are akhlaq. And by the way, أحسنكم إيمانا أحسنكم خلقا أخلاقا. The best of you in iman is the one who has the best akhlaq. أفضل العبادة حسن الخلق. The best form of worship is to have good akhlaq. In fact, we have narrations that state that good akhlaq is greater in thawab and reward than salah, saum, zakat, hajj. That akhlaq is the core principle and foundation of one's faith, of one's iman. When it comes to respect and kindness that our young ones and elders have towards their parents. Kindness towards their parents. One of a few ahadith that we need to remind ourselves tonight. Because the Imams taught us that there is no rukhsa, there is no excuse to ever disrespect our parents. Rasulullah, when he was asked about the status and position of the parents, he said, Huma jannatuk wa naruk. They are your heaven and hell. He said, what do you mean? He said, Bir lahuma, be good to your parents, the gateway of Jannah has opened for you. Be sinful, disrespectful, disobedient towards your parents, know that the gateway of hellfire has opened for you. You have opened it for yourself. Sayyidi Shababi Ahl al-Jannah, his love and kindness towards his parents, his hubb towards his parents, his akhlaq towards his parents. One hadith, Man nadhara ila abawayh, whoever just looks at his parents, hubban lahuma, bira'fa wa rahma, with love, with mercy, with kindness, doesn't need to say anything, but just looks at them with kindness, ibadah. That's a form of ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By looking at your parents with kindness and respect, showing kindness towards them, showing love towards them. This is the akhlaq of the Ahlul Bayt, the akhlaq of the Quran, the akhlaq that the Quran taught us, that after tawheed, وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهِ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا. What's the next most important duty in terms of akhlaqiyat? وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And show goodness and kindness towards your own parents. Now, tonight we wish to inshallah make that decision to be Hussaini, to embark on the ark of salvation. We wish to increase in our taqwallah, God consciousness, to be ahlul muttaqeen, to be of those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, innal muttaqina mafaza hadaiqa wa anaba. To be of those who have ahsanul akhlaq, the best of morals. Tonight's the night for us to learn lessons from Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. Brothers and sisters, if we enter this Hussainiyah today, we've entered this place, this majlis, we need to leave the center Hussainiyah, we have to be changed. We have to have improved. We have to have make a decision whether we want to be Hussaini or not. It's your decision. It's your decision. Tonight's the night to embark on the ark of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. In the same way he would give those messages, those phrases and statements to the people of Basra, to the people of Kufa, to others, tonight he is giving a call to every single one of us. Man lahiqa bi, whoever joins Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, faz. He has truly gained victory. If you want success and victory and happiness in life, in dunya and akhirah, join the ark of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Allahumma salli ala. Hence, we'll go through a number of phrases and statements that are important reminders for us all on the journey of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein from Medina to Mecca, from Mecca to Karbala. Imam al-Hussein states, Mu'mineen, Mu'minat, Ayyuhan Nas, he would state, number one, Lakum fiyya uswatun hasana. Imam al-Hussein reminds them, reminds me, reminds us, dear young ones, my dear brothers, my dear sisters. Imam al-Hussein says that within Abu Abdullah, who is he for you? He says the best role model you can have. Uswatun hasana, the best role model, the best exemplar, the most perfect individual for you today. In the same way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us about the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, reminds us about the Holy Prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states that within Rasulullah is who? Uswatun hasana. For whoever wishes to have yarjullah, whoever wishes to gain godliness, to be a godly person, to be on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to be successful on the day of akhirah, then let them follow the path of the most perfect exemplar individual in the world, none other than the Holy Prophet, none other than the ones that the Holy Prophet has asked us to follow and be with. The Holy Prophet would remind us, follow the path of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He is the best and most perfect for you all. Follow the path of Fatima al-Zahra. Follow the path of who? Amir al-Mu'mineen, Sayyidat Nisa al-Alameen, Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba. Follow the path of Imam al-Hussein, Imam al-Hussein and Tis'atul Ma'sumin min Dhurriyat al-Hussein. As a reminder for us all, who should I have as the perfect individual for me to look up to? To look up to as my prime example. As a young boy, as a young daughter, who should I instill in the minds of my sons and daughters? Who to look up to? This is a challenge that we are facing today in society. That our sons and daughters are replicating other influences. And we tell them that Imam al-Hussein, Sayyid Nisa al-Alami, they say, who are they? I don't even know who they are. And when they have influences infiltrating, and you see it in their actions, you see it in the way they speak now. It's not the way a follower of Imam Hussein speaks. It's not the way Sayyidah Zainab would speak. It's not the way that the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam would speak. Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam, for example, when she would have her sons Imam Hassan and Imam al-Hussein, she would state to them, she would remind them. This is a reminder for us, brothers and sisters. She would say, for example, Ya bunay ishbah abak. Oh beloved son, follow and be similar to your father, Amir al-Mu'mineen. Take your father as the exemplar. Our fathers, our mothers here, reminder. When I have my son and daughter, remind them, I want you to be Hussaini. Follow the path of Abu Abdullah. Follow the path of your Imam al-Zaman today. That whenever you wake up in the morning, Assalamu alayka ya baqiyat Allah. First thing in the morning. That tonight and today morning, today afternoon, everything, I wish to please my Imam of my time. I wish to be on his path. I wish to be Hussaini. Remember, he is the most perfect exemplar for you all. For us all. And this is a lesson that we need to remember today. Remember, Imam al-Hussein's message was a message of reform, change, improvement, perfection. those who are on the path of Dhalleen, Imam al-Hussain would remind them that the path of Sirat al-Mustaqim is the path of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. Tonight's the night. Every day I recite in dua, in salah, I say, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. Oh Allah, guide me to the straight path. The path of Sirat al-Mustaqim is no other path than the path of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad salawatullah wa salamu alayhi majma'in. Lakum fiyya uswatun hasana. Number one. Second statement of reminder. Abi Abdullah would remind the people, humanity, the letters, the statements, the aqwal, the quotes that Imam al-Hussain would state. And this reminder is for us today. What would the Imam say? This is a reminder for us, for me, for you. He would say, فَإِذَا مُحِّصُوا بِالْبَلَاءِ قَلَّ الدَّيَّانِ. Imam says, النَّاسْ عَبِيدُ الدُّنْيَا. Mankind, majority of them are what? Have become worldly, distracted in their faith, distracted in their belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, distracted from that Sirat al-Mustaqim. They've gone on a detour. وَإِذَا مُحِّصُوا فَإِذَا مُحِّصُوا بِالْبَلَاءِ. That tamhis bilbala, when the testing times approach them, قَلَّ الدَّيَّانُ. This life, as reminded to us all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created death, created life to test us. We're all going through a test. Every single individual, the young, the old, brothers, sisters, everyone. لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. To test us. Who is the best amongst us? Who is the greatest in their own deeds, in their own hasanat? Imam says, when the test comes, and the test, do you think it's an easy test? A, B, C? Multiple choice? 50-50? It's up to you? No. The test is the test of quality against quantity. The test is sifting away and filtering that purification of perfection against those who are diluted, against those who are sinful, against those who are disobeying their Imam, against those who are void from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They'll be tested. I will be tested. You will be tested. Everyone's being tested. That test of perseverance, that test of challenges that we're going through and will go through every single day in our lives. Bala, bala, bala. That test of patience. That test of inna ma'al usri yusra. Allah reminds us, by the way, verily with difficulty there is, after your difficulty that you're going through, those purification that you're going through these difficulties, after is no doubt ease. After there is a reward. You're being tested. Anbiya were tested. Imams were tested. The greater one's iman, one's faith, the greater their test, and the greater their result in success. Some of us will be tested with our own wealth and money. Some of us would be tested with our family, with our wives, with our husbands, with our sons, with our daughters. إِنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ fitna. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that this is a test. Everyone's being tested. And you're responsible for your duty. You'll be asked and questioned about your duty, about your test. And the greater one's faith, the greater their test. And the greater their result. The greater their outcome. Hence, I would like to remind myself and remind you all, one of the most remarkable stories I've heard in my life, and as a lesson for me and lesson for you all. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran states, عَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. Verily, there may be some moments in your lives you may dislike something, may be difficult. Maybe challenging. Verily, it's challenging. Look at the challenges that the Imams and the Prophets went through, and they were patient, patient, patient. رضا لله ما رأيت إلا جميلا خذ حتى ترضيك. Oh Allah, all for your sake, to please you, for the sake of Allah, قربة الله تعالى. عسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم, and it's good for you. It's good. It's good. It's good. Remind yourself. There was a king and his wazir. A king and his wazir, his advisor. Every time the king would ask his advisor for advice, the advisor would say, it's good, khair. It's good. Shall we perform this task? He would say, it's good. Shall we go to this city? It's good. Shall we have this meal today? It's good, khair. One day, they go to the forest on a voyage. Shall we go to this forest? What does the wazir say? What does he say? It's good. They go to the village, they go to the forest, they go shooting, hunting. The king shoots, the wazir shoots, the advisor shoots. The advisor shoots, and mistakenly he shoots the king. The king shouts, "Ah, I'm in pain." The wazir says, "It's good." The king says, "You have shot my thumb." What does the wazir say? It's good. He says, "My thumb is bleeding." He says, "It's good." He said, "I've actually lost my thumb." The wazir says, "It's good." The king says, "How dare you do what you've done? I'm in pain, I'm bleeding, you caused injury to me, and I'm going to punish you for what you've done." What does the wazir say? It's good. Brothers and sisters, this is one of the most remarkable, inspirational stories I've had in my life. Teachings from the Ahlul Bayt, teachings from the Quran, of course, will help us to reach that perfection, help us to go through these testing moments and challenges we have in our lives. He says, "You'll be punished, you'll be imprisoned for what you've done." He says, "It's good." Not for one day, not for a few days, a few months. He says, "It's good." Not for a year, not for a few years, but you'll be in prison for the entire duration. He says, "It's good." Khair, khair, khair. He imprisons him. The king imprisons his advisor. After some months, the king goes on a voyage to the forest. He loses his track in the forest. He's all alone. Suddenly some cannibals, men, grab him. Huge men, they grab him. They place him on the table, and they start to shout to one another, "I'll eat his feet." The other one says his knee. The other one says his arm. The other one says his eyes. Okay? Cannibalism. Unfortunately, they eat human beings. And they start to make an agreement that we're going to start on the count of 3. 1, 2, stop. There's a call out, stop. One of them says, "Stop, stop, 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 stop." Khair, what's happened? He said, "In our charter of agreements, we've always said that if we want to eat an individual, they must have a full body. I wanted to eat his hand. I noticed he doesn't have a thumb. Leave him, let him go." He goes. The king thinks to himself, "I was saved. My life was saved due to my loss of a thumb. Who should I go and thank? The wazir who's actually shot my thumb, and I've actually imprisoned him." He goes back. The king's gone through difficulty. The wazir's gone through difficulty. Wazir, whenever he goes through whatever difficulty he's gone through, he keeps on saying, "It's good, it's good, it's good." The king goes back to his city. He goes to the prison to apologize to the wazir. He goes to the wazir. Wazir, I'm so sorry for what I done to you. What does he say? It's good. I made you go through difficulties, torment, punishment, pain. What does he say? It's good. You was in this prison for a few weeks, few months, all of this time. I'm so sorry. He says, it's good. The king says, just tell me, how is it good now? You've been through these moments. The wazir says, it's good because if I were with you in that forest, if we were together, I would have been eaten with you in that place. It's good. You were saved and I was saved. It's good. I've seen sometimes when your parents respond to any ask, any moment, any question you ask, they say, khair, inshallah. Inshallah, it's good. These difficulties, these challenging moments, these painful moments are a struggle for us to gain perfection. The more we go through these tests, these bala, these ibtila, the more we are sifted quality of that individual. And that's why you find on the day of Ashura in the land of Karbala, it was quality 72 members. According to one narration, the family, the companions, with Abu Abdullah, the leader, and the others. Sometimes we have this mentality, quantity is greater this side, it means they're better. No, Imam taught us, quality of individuals who have been trialed and tested is greater than all of them. These individuals against 30,000, 40,000, 100,000 who truly understood the Imam of their time, who truly recognized the Imam of their time, who truly believed in the Holy Prophet, who truly understood the teachings of the Quran, who truly believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's good. We're going through testing time, challenging times. Make sure we increase our iman, our faith, our juhd, our struggle for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the second reminder of Abi Abdullah al-Hussain, that tanhees that we're going through for bala, through bala, qallab dayanu. That time you'll see who the true mutadayyin is, true iman is. And sometimes you find this even with our own society. When people lose faith, when is it? Or avoid the practices, the teachings of Islam, the teachings of a faithful person. When? When it was a testing time. Testing moment. There you find where they made the decision between khayran, shar, between sirat al-mustaqim or khutuwat al-shaytan. Between that one path, the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the straight path, or the distractions and the lines of distractions from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That was the second statement for us to remember and remind ourselves tonight if we wish to embark, and inshallah we wish to, and we are going to inshallah all join. We're all going to respond to that call, Hal min nasin yansuruni, and say labbaik ya Hussain, and join Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. Tonight's the night of decision making. Second statement, that bala ibtila. Third statement, Imam responds to those who will keep on saying, pledge allegiance to who? To the governor. Pledge allegiance to Yazid. Pledge allegiance to this person. Pledge allegiance to this hakim. Imam says, Wallah, by Allah, la u'tikum biyadi i'ta'a dalil. By Allah, I shall never give my hand of allegiance, my hand of acceptance, that's dhalil, in humiliation. Imam Abi Abdullah al-Hussain, he knew and recognized very well who the tyrant was, who the oppressor was, who the open sinner was. And not only he states that he will not give his hands towards them, that pledge of allegiance, but he would refuse for them to take his hands. to force the allegiance, to force the acceptance. And this is a reminder for us all today. For Imam would state, by the way, not only Imam would never give allegiance to them, accept the sinner, accept the criminal, accept the evil. Imam says, مِثْلِي لَا يُبَايِعُ مِثْلَهُ. A man, a person, a woman, a mu'min, a mu'mina, like Abi Abdullah, like him, shall never pledge allegiance like a person like them. Today, let me see Hussaini actions. What is a Hussaini teaching? What is a Hussaini practice? I will join and embark on Abu Abdullah al-Husayn's ark. What are actions which please Yazid, which please A'da of Allah, which please who? The oppressors of the time, the sinners of today, the criminals today. Let me see, let me make the decision myself. And some of us, we not only allow them to what? To take our hands, but we also give our hands into oppressors. We're so easily gullible, naive. Not only we allow them to take our hands, but we freely give our hands to the oppression. And here oppression, I don't mean just an open zalim who has a weapon right in front of me. No. The weapon of the enemy is not just an AK-47 or a tank in front of my face, but which alhamdulillah many of us have faced and have remained firm in our faith and iman. But the weapon of the enemy are many. Khutuwat ash-shaytan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states. A'da of Allah, A'da of Abi Abdullah, A'da of the message. Some of the enemies, they will attack you from what side? From your what? من بين أيديهم وعن أيمانهم وعن شمائلهم. From your right side, from your left side, from ahead of you. Some of them from behind. Mean they would like to what? Some of them want to distract you from your faith, distract you from your iman. Distract you how? Nowadays we find a lot of distractions from my iman. Tell a young boy, a young girl to go and sit down in a 1-hour session of Quran lessons. What do they say? It's so boring. It's so boring. The Shaykh is sitting there 1 hour teaching us Quran. That same day ask him, okay, there is a 5-hour FIFA session. I'm there. I'm going to register right now. Where's the attention span, concentration of 1 hour of Quran? Let's say 1 hour, half an hour of the Quran. And this is what we need to encourage our young brothers and sisters. Be careful of the enemy. Enemies would not say, by the way, I'm an enemy and I'm coming to distract you and avoid. No. They are so deception. They have deception on everywhere. They're sneaky. They'll try their very best to deceive us. Deceive us. Be careful. Be careful what I give my son and daughter to watch on their phones. Some of the material which is on the phones is more damaging and harmful to them and their future than that open enemy that says, I'm the enemy in front of you. Be careful, brothers and sisters. Some of the images which are there, some of the messages which are there, some of the music which is there, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry to distract us from the faith, to distract us from the Quran. Even some of the games, by the way, the amount of swearing that there is there, the amount of indecent images that are there, indecent images that are there, the amount of lobbying that there is, multi-billion-dollar. Some of us are fast asleep. Fast asleep. 10 years, 20 years pass, and then we wake up. You know when we wake up? Amir al-Mu'min says when we wake up. Some of us. He says, الناس نيام فإذا ماتوا انتبهوا. Mankind, majority, some of us, are fast asleep. Khab. When do they wake up? When they're in their grave, in their bab. When it's too late. Too late. Brothers and sisters, wake up. Wake up. It's a time of challenging moments. Don't give in so easily. Test your faith. Test your iman. Iman of allegiance with Allah subhanahu. Give your hands to Allah. Yadullah fawqa aydihim. That I pledge my allegiance to Allah. Pledge my allegiance to the Quran. Pledge my allegiance to the teachings of the Holy Prophet. Pledge my allegiance to the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt. Pledge my allegiance, inshallah, every single one of us will pledge our allegiance to the Imam of my time. What do we recite in Dua al-Ahd? Allahumma inni ujaddidu lahu fi hadha al-yawm ahdan wa aqdan wa bay'atan fi raqabati. Oh Allah, every day I wish to renew my allegiance to Him. Every day I wish to say, Labbayk ya sahib al-zaman. Laka al-fida. I wish to be with you. I'll give sadaqah in honor of my Imam. I'll say my salam in honor of my Imam. Everything I remember him to please him, because pleasing him pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why you find those members who are there in Karbala, when they were tested with their allegiance to Imam al-Hussein, it was a test of sincerity. How sincere they were. What do we recite in ziyarah of Imam al-Hussein? وَعَبَدْتَ اللَّهَ مُخْلِصًا حَتَّى أَتَاكَ الْيَقِينَ. Ya Aba Abdullah, you had a great quality. All the Imams of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, great quality. What was that great quality? You truly worshipped Allah, you truly obeyed Allah, you truly was a servant, Abdullah, Aba Abdullah, the greatest Aba Abdullah. But also not only it was a worship of Allah, not only was ibadah of Allah, obedience of Allah, but it was also ibadah of ikhlas. Ikhlas. Milakul amal al-ikhlasu fi. To know the value of your deed, of your action, see how pure and sincere you are in your action. Sincere for the sake of Allah. Have you seen when you want to buy honey? Famous honeys in this country, isn't it? Jars of honey. Do you go to Countdown and buy the 99-cent one? Or you go to where those original jars, those places, beehives, those farms, and what do you say to them? I want asal khalis. I want pure honey. Pure honey. The same way, my action should be pure khalis for Allah. My intention should be pure khalis for Allah. Allah reminds us about the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, how pure and khalis for the sake of Allah their actions were, their intentions were, their whole life and death was and is. He states about that great example, that lesson that we all know and have heard of, that offering that they gave the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam to the yatim, to the maskeen, to the asir, when they were fasting, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussain, Fatimah al-Zahra, and Amir al-Mu'mineen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Dahr reminds us about how pure and sincere they were. He says, look at their offering. What kind of offering it was? إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا. We are giving you this offering. This was in their minds and hearts, by the way. This was their pure action, their intention, their heart, how godly it was. How for the sake of Allah, khalis. We are performing this deed liwajhillah, for the sake of Allah. Number one, khalis for Allah. لا نريد منكم جزاء. We don't ask for a return of this good deed, a reward, this reward. ولا شكورا. Neither do we ask you to be thankful to us. Of course, من لم يشكر المخلوق لم يشكر الخالق. According to this phrase that whoever does not thank the Creator is as if they've not thanked the Creator. We should always thank one another. Shukran, ahsantum, thank you. May Allah reward you best. Thank you all for coming to these gatherings and sessions. May Allah reward you all best. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shukran for this opportunity that we've had, alhamdulillah, this year, to come back to the Hussainiyah, to come back to the majalis and gatherings. This is shukran lillah. And we don't ask for a return for this good deed. Because some of us, how do we work? Unfortunately, I'll only give them a gift if they give back to me. I'll only give you a birthday card and a birthday gift. 2 weeks' time is my birthday, by the way. And it's a few weeks' time, and then you need to also give back my birthday. And if you don't give back to me a birthday card and a gift, I'll be very upset. And I won't give you a birthday card and gift next year. What is this? Lillah. Give for the sake of Allah. As-Sakhi qareebun min Allah. That generous one is so godly in their deeds, godly in their actions. And also, in that test that they were going through, it was not only a test of sincerity, of many tests that they went through. Ashab of Imam al-Hussein, the tests that they went through. They did not give allegiance to the evil, the tyrant, the corrupt ones. Allegiance to Imam al-Hussein. They pledged their love towards Imam al-Hussein, but also they were loyal to the Imam of their time. Wafa. Wafa, wafa. We always mention about the wafa of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Wafa of the family members. Also the wafa of the companions of Imam al-Hussein, that they remained firm out of love for Allah and love for the Imam of their time till their very last moments on the path of Imam al-Hussein. This is a reminder for me and you. How many of us are loyal in our love towards the Imam of our time today? How many of us are loyal in our love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? This story, anecdotal story, don't say Sayyidina, I've never seen this story in any hadith book or any book. It's an anecdote. And usually every night of Ashura, wherever I am, whether I'm at home or here in this lovely community, wonderful community, I remind myself about the wafa that we need to have towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And the great wafa, loyalty that they had, and we need to learn from their wafa. Anecdotal. The member of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein one day meets a guitar. The member and the guitar meet one another. The member is made from wood, originally from tree. Guitar from wood, originally from a tree. The member looks at the guitar, greets one another, he says, wow, after years and years from that tree that we were, we have now met. So how's life? What are you up to, guitar? Guitar says, I'm a guitar. I'm played in concerts, haram gatherings, haram music, haram places, haram events, haram mixed gatherings, haram listening, haram, the sinful music, the sinful environment. So what have you been up to? What are you doing? Where have you gone? What has destiny taken you? He says, I'm a member of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. I said, what's that? He said, I'm a pulpit, I'm a platform. They recite Quran on this minbar. They recite dua on this minbar. They recite majlis of Imam al-Hussein on this minbar. They recite the events which are in remembrance of the Ahlul Bayt on this minbar. They remember dhikr of Allah on this minbar. They recite ma'tam, sinazani on this minbar. Those who wish to be godly on this path, they come to this minbar, these gatherings, mashallah. On this minbar, this young member came and sat on the minbar because he has love towards the minbar of the Ahlul Bayt. He wants to sit and say, I want to be associating with the minbar of Abu Abdullah. As he was mentioning
This guitar suddenly changed. The member said, looked at the guy and said, what's wrong with you? He was crying. I said, why are you crying? He said, I envy you. But not only that I envy you, it hurts me. I said, what hurts you? He said, it hurts me that those who come to your gatherings, some of those who come to your gatherings, which is for the sake of Allah a great good event, are the same ones who come to my gatherings. If only they were loyal to the member of Abu Abdullah Hussain. If only and only, and here we are. We want to give a pledge of allegiance to here. Member of Abu Abdullah, Ya Abu Abdullah, I wish to be loyal to you. I wish to remain ba wafa. I wish to show my love and be a loving Hussaini in practice, not only in my words, like how they were loyal to the Imam of their time. They are tested. These are my tests today. These are my challenges today. Let me go through the difficulty, and I'm ready, and I wish to be ready. Are you ready? Inshallah, we're ready. We wish to be with our Imam. We wish to be with our Imam of our time, inshallah. Another of the phrases that Imam al-Hussein, as arriving to the day of Ashura, the event of Ashura, the open enemy is there. Imam says, Ana al-Hussein ibn Ali. Alayt an la anthani. Ahmi iyalat abi. And I'll remain ala deen nabi. Imam al-Hussein, in that battlefield, when the companions have passed away, Banu Hashim have passed away, the enemy is still there. The enemy is there. Open enemy, hidden enemy. But Imam al-Hussein reminds them, Ayyuhan nas, O people, do you wish to know who I am? You know who I am, but I'm going to remind you who Imam al-Hussein is. I am Hussein, the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. The brave, courageous man, the one who would state, the angel would state and call out in the skies, La fata illa Ali, wa la sayf illa dhul fiqar. I am Hussein, the son of Ali. I am not fearful of you. I will come here with the braveness of Abu Abdullah, with the braveness from his father, the braveness from his mother. And he would remind them, I am Hussein. My grandfather is Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Reminder that wake up. Do you know who you are waging a battle against? No ordinary person. Hussein ibn Ali. Hussein, that Rasulullah would state, Ahabba Allah man ahabba Husayna. I am the grandson of Rasulullah. I am the grandson of the one you say yourselves, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. I am his grandson. He reminds them. He reminds them. He reminds them. So much so that he says, Irji'u ila anfusikum. Return to your own nafs. Your nafs has distracted you from the remembrance of who I am. You have allowed yourselves to lead yourself away from Allah. Distractions, sins, carnal, illegitimate desires, performing haram, oppressor, tyrant, criminals. All of those things which are against the path of Allah, so much so that all of these sins have increased and increased within you. The darkness, the dhulumat has increased within you, that you are waging a war and are ready to kill the grandson of Rasulullah. Irji'u ila anfusikum. Yuslih lakum qatli. Do you really think it's permissible for you to kill me? Irhamu. Where is your mercy? There is no mercy anymore within them. There is no akhlaq within them. There is no kindness within them. That's how these sins oppress us. Irji'u ila anfusikum. Remind yourselves, brothers and sisters, let my nafs reach the nafs of Abu Abdullah, the nafsul mutma'inna, the nafs which was certain. And you know how some of them would reply? When Imam would remind them, Ana al-Hussain ibn Ali. Imam is saying this to us today also, by the way, brothers and sisters. You want to know the khair? You want to know Safinatun Najat? You want to know the path of Allah? The path of Hussain ibn Ali. He's saying to us, I am Hussain ibn Ali. When he's calling out, Hal min nasirin yansuruni, is there anyone to be victorious with Abu Abdullah? Today is my moment to be victorious with Imam al-Hussein. My moment to be victorious with Sayyidah Zainab. My moment to be victorious with the Ahlul Bayt. Hal min mu'inin, is there anyone to aid? And therefore you find on that day, when Imam would call and inform them and remind them, do you know what some of them had the audacity to say? We know who you are. Your lineage, we know who you are. You are Hussein. We know who your father is. We know who your grandfather is. We know who your mother is. They had no excuses. They had no excuse. And do you know how some of them would reply? Look at the hatred, look at the sin, look at the oppression, look at the criminal acts within them. From the sins that have accumulated, from the darkness that has accumulated, some of them would say that this sin, how much is accumulated? That haqq against batil, how much the batil is now become apparent? They would say, we're going to kill you. But not only because we're going to kill you because you're on that side, but we're going to kill you بغضاً لأبيك علي ibn Abi Talib. We're going to kill you out of hatred that we have towards your father, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Amir al-Mu'minin, how gharib, how mazloom he is. That even on Karbala, those who are on batil remained on batil. Their blinds were there. Their blinkers blinded them, that they would not remind themselves of the narration and tradition of Allah's Prophet, Messenger of Allah, Aliyun ma'al haq wal haqqu ma Ali. Ali is with the truth, and the truth is with Ali. Imam Hussein is with the truth, and the truth is with Hussein ibn Ali. The Quran is with Hussein ibn Ali. The haqq is with Hussein ibn Ali. Safinatul Najat that I wish to embark on is the Safinatul Hussein. Hubbul Hussein. Love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Abu Abdullah sallallahu alayka ya Abu Abdullah. Imam al-Hussein, who every single companion knew the truth, knew the haqq, knew he's Hussein ibn Ali. They give themselves away for the sake of Allah. Sacrifice, ithar for the sake of Allah, for the sake of Islam, for the sake of deen, for the sake of the Quran, for the sake of the reform and resurrection of the true teachings of Islam. Deenul Muhammadi, Islamiyul Wujud, Husayniyul Baqa. Through the sacrifice of Imam al-Hussein. One by one the companions become shuhada. One by one Banu Hashim becomes shuhada. The family members from Aliul Akbar. Companions, Banu Hashim from Aliul Akbar till Abul Fadl Abbas. Is there anyone else from the young or elderly to join? هل من ناصر ينصرني هل من معين يعينني لبيك يا حسين لبيك يا حسين. Imam al-Hussein, the family members are thirsty. For a number of days the water has been stopped. They've been prevented from any water. Al-Atash, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. The young children, Rabab, Ramla, Layla, the young children, Sakina, Fatima, Ruqayya, the young children all calling out Al-Atash, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. And there would be one more Shaheed of Karbala. Sayyidah Zainab places that one member in the arms of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. Ya Aba Abdullah, this is your very young 6-month-old infant, Abdullah al-Radi'a, Ali al-Azghar. Ya Aba Abdullah, he is dying of thirst. See if they have any rahmah, no rahmah at all. But see if they are able to give him some water. Imam al-Hussein places the 6-month-old baby under his abba. He enters the place of Karbala, that moment in the battlefield. He says to them, Ya Qawm, O people, you killed my companions for sabart. You killed my son Ali al-Akbar for sabart, and I was patient. You killed my nephew Qasim for sabart, and I was patient. You killed my very own brother Abul Fadl Abbas, and I was patient for sabart. You killed my very own brothers for sabart. ما ذنب هذا الطفل الرضيع? What is the sin? What is the crime? What has this young 6-month-old baby, this infant done? Irhamu, have some mercy, provide him with some water. He is dying from thirst. Abu Abdullah would call upon them, provide him with some water. Irhamuh, irhamuh, irhamuh. Provide him with some water. فَنَزَعَ الْقَوْمِ. Some of them said between themselves, what's the crime of this 6-month-old baby? Let's give him some water. What would be the harm? Let's give him some water. Others said, no way. Why would we give him some water? Then Umar ibn Sa'd said, Ya Harmala, Harmala, انزع, اقطع نزاع القوم. Oh Harmala, silence the people. He said, how should I give the baby the 6-month-old baby, the baby, should I give him some water? He said, no. What should I give him? أعطيه سهما. Oh Harmala, do you see that 6-month-old baby? Direct your arrow, direct yourself towards him. Abu Abdullah, as he's raising the baby towards the sky. Allah, 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 what a musibah for a father. Allah, Allah, what a musibah, what a musibah. Suddenly he sees the neck of Ali al-Asghar is struck with a 3-pronged arrow. Min al-Warid ila al-Warid. He starts to flap his hands like how a bird flaps its wings. Oh Ali al-Asghar, Abu Abdullah says, Hawwan alayh. Oh Allah, bear witness what they have done towards my beloved 6-month-old. He throws the blood to the sky. Ali al-Asghar has joined the camp of the Shuhada of Karbala. How can he return that 6-month-old Shaheed towards his mother? Oh mother, did they provide him with some water? No. Oh Ali Asghar, you asked for some water, they gave you an arrow, you never came back. When everyone became a Shaheed of Karbala, Imam al-Hussain starts to call out again, هل من ناصر ينصرني هل من معين. The companions have become shuhada. Banu Hashim have become shuhada. Abu Abdullah starts to bid farewell one by one to the women and children. This is the moment of farewell of your beloved Abu Abdullah, Sayyidi wa Mawlai. He bids farewell to his beloved son Imam Zainul Abidin. What a farewell, what a wida. They start to grab on to Abu Abdullah. Oh Abu Abdullah, Father, who would be there? Who would be there beside us? Who would be there with us? Ya Abu Abdullah. He bids farewell. Alaykum bis-sabr. Be patient. Alaykunna bis-sabr. Reminder, be patient during these difficult, challenging times. Be patient. As-sabr, as-sabr, as-sabr. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Man yuqaddimu li jawadi wa ana ibn Rasulillah. Abu Abdullah asks, who shall bring towards me the horse of Abu Abdullah? He looks to one side, he looks to another. A noble lady, Zainab al-Kubra, brings the horse of Abu Abdullah. Abu Abdullah calls out, Allah, what a musibah that my beloved sister has given my horse for the wida and farewell. As Abu Abdullah embarks on the horse and he is heading towards the battlefield, towards his final moments on the day of Ashura, on the day of the 10th of Muharram. Ajarakum Allah ya sahib al-zaman. What a musibah. Abu Abdullah, as he is heading towards the Qatl Gah, he hears a call out, Mahlan, Mahla, ya ibn al-Zahra. Slow down, oh son of Fatima az-Zahra. He looks to one side, he looks to another. He sees his beloved sister, Lady Zainab al-Kubra. She says, Ya Abu Abdullah, disembark from your horse. Come back, there is one more duty that Zainab has to perform. Allah, Allah. What is the duty? اكشف لي عن صدرك يا أبا عبد الله. Abu Abdullah, he approaches Zainab al-Kubra. She starts to embrace Abu Abdullah on his chest and on his neck. Ya Abu Abdullah. Then she points towards Medina, Medina of Fatima az-Zahra, Medina of our Sayyid Nisa al-Alamin, Medina of Rasulullah. She says, Ummah ya Zahra. She says, Mother Fatima az-Zahra. I have written the wasiyah. I have performed as you asked me, Mother Fatima Zahra. Imam al-Hussein says, what was this duty? She says, when my mother, she was on her last moments, she said to me, Zainab, there would be difficult moments that you would go through. سلام الله عليك زينب الكبرى أو زينب أو السيدة زينب أو my beloved Zainab, you go through the sabr of Rasulullah, the sabr of Fatima Zahra, the sabr of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the sabr of Imam al-Hassan. But Zainab, la yawm ka yawm al-Hussein, there would be one day your beloved brother Abu Abdullah, wahidan farida, all alone in the sands of Karbala. When he is there, make sure you kiss him and embrace him on his chest and his neck. Ya Abu Abdullah, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. أفاطمة لا وخلت الحسين مجدلا فقد مات عطشانا بشط فراتي إذا للطمت الخد فاطم عنده وأجريت دمع العين بالوجنات. يا زينب يا زينب يا زينب. जाएगी, 'Zainab
ऐ रात बिखर जा, तेरे बस में हो जहाँ तक, मिट जाएंगे कल आले पैगंबर के निशान तक, बाकी है ये मंजर अली अकबर की अज़ां तक। हर चंद के बच्चों की अभी प्यास है बाकी, कुछ आँख में हसरत है तो कुछ आस है बाकी, लेकिन मेरा भाई मेरा अब्बास है बाकी, बाकी है अभी आले मोहम्मद का सफीना, बेटी के सुलाने को है शबीर का सीना, झूला अली असगर का झुलाती है सकीना। कल कौन सुनेगा ये मेरी बुका भी, होगा तहे खंजर मेरे भाई का गला भी, खैमा तो कुजा सर न होगी ये रिदा भी, ऐ रात न ढलना के उजड़ जाएगी ज़ैनब, भाई से दमे सुबह बिछड़ जाएगी ज़ैनब। या हुसैन
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein,
Assalamun alayya Hussaina, Assalamun alayya Hussaina, Assalamun alayya Hussaina, Assalamun alayya Hussaina. करबला 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 सरवर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, दूर तक जाते हुए देखा कि ये कैसे हुसैन ठोकरें खा खा के खुद संभला कि ये कैसे हुसैन। ऐ अली अकबर जरा पीछे पलट कर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। माँ के अरमानों की चादर का सर पे है, फातिमा सुगरा की आंखों का उजाला सर पे है। बिगड़ेगा एक पल में कितनों का मुकद्दर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। दोष पर बिखरी हुई जुल्फें उड़ाती थी हवा, दोष पर बिखरी हुई जुल्फें उड़ाती थी हवा। बिखरी जुल्फों से निखरती जा रही थी करबला, मौत की जुर्रत नहीं थी आंख भर कर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। उठ रहा है गिर रहा है एक पर्दा बार बार, उम्मे लैला का ये पर्दा है मेरे परवरदिगार। लाश जब आई तो मर जाएगी मादर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। हाय मकतल घुटनियों के बल चला है एक बेदर, कहता है आवाज दे मुझको मेरे नूर नजर। खो गई बीनाई मेरी मेरे दिल पर देखना। हाय 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 हाय, वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। इम्तिहा है बूढ़े कांधों पे जहाँ बेटे की लाश खून में डूबी किस तरह देखेगी माँ बेटे की लाश। इस जगह औलाद वालों खुद को रख कर देखना। हाय 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 वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। मरते दम अकबर को डर है माना आ जाए नहीं। बह रहा है खून मेरे सीने से है रंगी ज़मीन। कह दो अम्मा से मुझे यूं ना तड़प कर देखना। हाय 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 वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। बाबा मेरी माँ मेरे गम को उठा सकती नहीं। नींद ऐसी आ रही है माँ जगा सकती नहीं। जख्म मेरा माँ की नजरों से बचा कर देखना। हाय 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 वक्त रुखसत बाप को बेटे का मुड़ कर देखना। या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन
या हुसैन या हुसैन
بر خاتم انبیا محمد مصطفی سلام. پیشوانی لمحه ای کاش شبی را من بین الحرمین باشم. ای کاش شبی را من بین الحرمین باشم. اجماعاً سلام. ای کاش شبی را من بین الحرمین باشم. بین الحرمین باشم. ای کاش شبی را من بین الحرمین باشم. همه با هم. ای کاش شبی را من بین الحرمین باشم. مصطفى سلام
Allah Allah शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा पिसरे शेर खुदा पर्दा कुश्ते जुल्म शवा तश्न दर सहरा पिसरे शेर खुदा पर्दा कुश्ते जुल्म शवा तश्न दर सहरा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा गुफ्त ज़ैनब बरादर ईमान गुफ्त ज़ैनब बरादर ईमान बेसिपाहो बेलश्कर ईमान बादे तू खाक पर सरेमान बादे तू खाक पर सरेमान अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा पिसरे शेर खुदा फरदा कुश्ते जुल्म शवा तश्न दर सहरा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा शाहिदन गुफ्त ख़ाहर ईमान शाहिदन गुफ्त ख़ाहर ईमान हमदम ईमान गम परवर ईमान बेरावत पर सुनान सरेमान बेरावत पर सुनान सरेमान अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा पिसरे शेर खुदा फरदा कुश्ते जुल्म शवा तश्न दर सहरा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा कुश्ते जुल्म शवा पर कुश्ते जुल्म शवा पर बरगुलो तीर खुराद आज़ाद दादा जुल्म जौर काफर दादा जुल्म जौर काफर अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा पिसरे शेर खुदा फरदा कुश्ते जुल्म शवा तश्न दर सहरा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर गौगा दर जहान फातिमा ज़हरा दर जहान फातिमा ज़हरा कदास गिरिया अश्र बरपा दरजा अस्त शाहिबाता दरजा अस्त शाहिबाता अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर अल्लाह अल्लाह शब आशूरा शब मातम शब गम शब शोर پسر شیر خدا فردا کشته ظلم و شواتش در این سهرا الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور و غوغا الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور و غوغا گفت زینب برادر من گفت زینب برادر من به سپاه و به لشکر من بعد تو خاک بر سر من بعد تو خاک بر سر من الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور و غوغا پسر شیر خدا فردا کشته ظلم و شواتش در این سهرا الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور و غوغا الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور و غوغا شاهدین گفت خواهر من شاهدین گفت خواهر من همدم من غم پرور من برود بر سنان سر من برود بر سنان سر من الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماشاءالله شب شور الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور غوغا پسر شیر خدا فردا کشته ظلم و شواتش در این سهرا الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور غوغا الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور غوغا این که نوشاد نوخان است این که نوشاد نوخان است کرم شاه این سجان است و نه این عمر رایگان است و نه این عمر رایگان است الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور غوغا الله الله شب عاشورا شب ماتم شب غم شب شور غوغا
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین من حسینی عطشانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی عطشانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی عطشانم لا اله الا ستمگران بسته قلب آن عصمت را از ره جفا خسته کودکان زهرا را دل ز کینه بشکسته دل شکسته طفلان است لا اله الا الله من حسینی عطشانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی عطشانم لا اله الا الله از ره ستم کشته جمله یاورانم را میر لشکرم افراز قوت و توانم را قاسم و علی اکبر نور دیدگانم را غرق خون جوانانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی عطشانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی عطشانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی عطشانم لا اله حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله ای مبارزین امروز غرق خون به میدان است روح عدل و آزادی نور عشق و ایمان است مرشد جوان مردان سرور شهیدان است تبت زن عزای جانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله آه رو بروی من ای ستمگران بسته قلب آن عصمت را از ره جفا خسته کون کام زهرا را دل ز کینه بشکسته دل شکست طفلان است لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله از ره ستم کشته جمله یاورانم را میر لشکرم عباس قوت و توانم را قاسم و علی اکبر نور دیدگانم را غرق خون جوانانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله من حسینی شانم لا اله الا الله
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین
अच्छा चल चल
یا حسین یا حسین
या हुसैन 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 तुझे झूला झुलाऊं मैं तुझे झूला झुलाऊं 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 मैं ख्वाब में असगर तुझे मैं ख्वाब में असगर तुझे लोरी भी सुनाऊं तुझे झूला झुलाऊं मैं तुझे झूला झुलाऊं 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 लौटा सफर से
कब से तुझे, बेताब हूँ कब से तुझे सीने से लगाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं। लौटा सफर से के बड़ी देर हुई है, लौटा सफर से के बड़ी देर हुई है, बेताब हूँ कब से तुझे, बेताब हूँ कब से तुझे सीने से लगाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं। कोई मुझे बदलाता नहीं तेरी निशानी, कोई मुझे बदलाता नहीं तेरी निशानी, बरसात में तीरों की, बरसात में तीरों की कहाँ ढूंढने जाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं। सोचा था तेरी सालगिरह घर में करूंगी, सोचा था तेरी सालगिरह घर में करूंगी, तकदीर ये कहती है, तकदीर ये कहती है, तेरा सोग मनाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं। मैं ख्वाब में असगर तुझे, मैं ख्वाब में असगर तुझे लोरी भी सुनाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं। बाबा से तेरे तेरा जनाजा ना उठेगा, बाबा से तेरे तेरा जनाजा ना उठेगा, रुक जा जरा अब्बास को, रुक जा जरा अब्बास को, दरिया से बुलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, तुझे झूला झूलाऊं, मैं तुझे झूला جلاؤں یہ خون بھرا کرتا یہ مٹی میں بھرے بات یہ خون بھرا کرتا یہ مٹی میں بھرے بات سینے میں چھپاؤں کہ سینے میں چھپاؤں کہ میں آنکھوں سے لگاؤں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں میں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں 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 اس طرح کوئی روٹ کے ماں سے نہیں جاتا اس طرح کوئی روٹ کے ماں سے نہیں جاتا تو خود ہی بتا دے میں تو خود ہی بتا دے میں تجھے کیسے مناؤں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں میں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں میں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں میں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں میں خواب میں اصغر تجھے میں خواب میں اصغر تجھے لوری بھی سناؤں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں میں تجھے جھولا جھولاؤں
برای خوشنودی آقا امام زمان صلوات. سربند نوحه امشب شهادت نامه اشاق و امضا می شود فرداز خونی عاشقان این دشت دریا می شود امشب شهادت نامه اشاق و امضا می شود فرداز خونی عاشقان این دشت و غوغا می شود این دشت و دریا می شود امشب کنار یکدیگر بشنست آل مصطفی امشب شهادت نامه اشاق و امضا می شود فرداز خون عاشقان این دشت و غوغا می شود این دشت و غوغا می شود امشب صدای خواندن قرآن به گوش آید ولی فردا صدای الامان زین دشت و برپا می شود امشب شهادت نامه اشاق و امضا می شود این دشت و دریا می شود امشب کنار مادرش لب تشنه است در خفته است فردا خدایا بسترش آغوش صحرا می شود فردا حسین امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود فردا ز خون عاشقان این دشت و غوغا می شود امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود فردا ز خون عاشقان این دشت و غوغا می شود امشب سر خدا بر دامن زینب بود فردا انیسی خولیو دیرون سارا می شود امشب بود جای علی آغوش گرم مادرش فردا چو گل ها پیکرش پامال ادا می شود امشب امشب کناری یکدیگر بنشست آل مصطفی فردا برایشان جمعشان چون قلب زهرا می شود یا امام یا حسین بر محمد و آل محمد صلوات
कमर शेकी बस दो ही तो सदमे थे एक फिक्र थी ज़ैनब की और दूसरा हम तेरा बहते हुए पानी में तस्वीर सकीना थी दम दे दिया दरिया पर उठाना कदम तेरा हर साल मुहर्रम की जब आठवीं आती है हम हाजिरी करते हैं उठता है अलम तेरा दिल सीने में जब तक है भूलेगा न गम तेरा दिल सीने में जब तक है भूलेगा न गम तेरा आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा ज़ैनब की दुआ बनकर एक वक्त वो आएगा, ज़ैनब की दुआ बनकर एक वक्त वो आएगा, हर घर पे सजा होगा अब्बास अलम तेरा, दिल सीने में जब तक है भूलेगा ना गम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा। आ जाती है ज़हरा भी ज़ैनब भी ज़ियारत को, आ जाती है ज़हरा भी ज़ैनब भी ज़ियारत को, जब 8 मुहर्रम को उठता है अलम तेरा, दिल सीने में जब तक है भूलेगा ना गम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा। ताबूत जब उठता है शबीर का ए गाजी, ताबूत जब उठता है शबीर का ए गाजी, ताबूत के आगे भी चलता है अलम तेरा, दिल सीने में जब तक है भूलेगा ना गम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा। परचम का फरेरा था यास थी ज़ैनब की, परचम का फरेरा था यास थी ज़ैनब की, ज़ैनब के गले जैसे गम कैसे हो कम तेरा, दिल सीने में जब तक है भूलेगा ना गम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा। बाजार में जिंदा में दरबार में हर लम्हा, बाजार में जिंदा में दरबार में हर लम्हा, ज़ैनब की तो सांसों था नाम रकम तेरा, दिल सीने में जब तक है भूलेगा ना गम तेरा, आ देख मेरे गाजी ऊंचा है अलम तेरा, फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान तेरा, दीन पर एहसान है, फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान तेरा, दीन पर एहसान है, फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान तेरा, दीन पर एहसान है, फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान तेरा, दीन पर एहसान है, फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान है,
पर एहसान है।
आखिरी तन का भी तूने कर दिया कुर्बान,
तेरा दीन पर एहसान है। फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान, तेरा दीन पर एहसान है।
तू ज़ईफ़ी में जवानों की तरह लड़ता रहा,
इस तरह लड़ता रहा। तू ज़ईफ़ी में जवानों की तरह लड़ता रहा, इस तरह लड़ता रहा।
ऐ हबीब इब्ने मज़ाहिर
बाज़मीर इंसान, तेरा दीन पर एहसान है। फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान, तेरा दीन पर एहसान है।
तू तिलावत कर रहा है, होगे सजदे में ज़िबा,
होगे सजदे में ज़िबा। तू तिलावत कर रहा है, होगे सजदे में ज़िबा, होगे सजदे में ज़िबा।
रहल परनों के सिना भी नात के कुरान,
तेरा दीन पर एहसान है। फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान, तेरा दीन पर एहसान है।
हल्के असगर देख कर कुल अंबिया रोने लगे,
अंबिया रोने लगे। हल्के असगर देख कर कुल अंबिया रोने लगे, अंबिया रोने लगे।
तीर के काबिल नती तेरी वो नन्ही जान,
तेरा दीन पर एहसान है। फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान, तेरा दीन पर एहसान है।
सीनाए अकबर से खींची किस तरह शबीर ने,
किस तरह शबीर ने सीनाए अकबर से खींची, किस तरह शबीर ने, किस तरह शबीर ने।
देख कर बर्ची खलीलुल्लाह हुए हैरान,
तेरा दीन पर एहसान है। फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान, तेरा दीन पर एहसान है।
मर गई साजिद अलहदा कैद में बिनते हुसैन,
कैद में बिनते हुसैन। मर गई साजिद अलहदा कैद में बिनते हुसैन, कैद में बिनते हुसैन।
बन गया मासूम तेरी कत्लगाह जिंदान,
तेरा दीन पर एहसान है। फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान, तेरा दीन पर एहसान है।
फातिमा के लाल तेरा
दीन पर एहसान है, दीन पर एहसान है। फातिमा के लाल तेरा दीन पर एहसान है, दीन पर एहसान है। आखिरी दर का भी तूने मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो पाबंद ना हुआ है पाबंद ना हुआ है रोने पे न पहरा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो पाबंद ना हुआ है पाबंद ना हुआ है रोने पे न पहरा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो थी जिसको नींद आती शबीर के सीने पर थी जिसको नींद आती शबीर के सीने पर जिंदा दर जिंदा है जिंदा दर जिंदा उसके लिए कज़ा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो जिंदानों से आती थी आवाज सिसकने की जिंदानों से आती थी आवाज सिसकने की जैसे कि सकीना को, हाय जैसे के सकीना को हर जिंदा रो रहा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। पाबंद ना हो आए, हाय पाबंद ना हो आए, रोने पे न पहरा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। तकरार न हो क्यों गए जिंदा की दीवारों से। तकरार न हो क्यों गए जिंदा की दीवारों से। भाई से और फूफी से, हाय भाई से और फूफी से जिसको जुदा किया हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। थी जिसको नींद आती शबीर के सीने पर। थी जिसको नींद आती शबीर के सीने पर। जिंदा दर जिंदा, हाय जिंदा दर जिंदा उसके लिए कज़ा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। पाबंद ना हो आए, हाय पाबंद ना हो आए, रोने पे न पहरा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या रब कोई मासूमा जिंदा में न तन्हा हो। या हुसैन 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 या मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। इंशाअल्लाह